Hey everyone, welcome. This is Mr. Hancock here. I am your online Comp 2 instructor. In this video here, as you can see, me down here in the corner, the rest of it is the screen of my computer. This is going to be a navigation video specifically for my class. So I like to do this video, or this type of video, for a lot of students that may not have any or very much Blackboard experience or have taken it before, but this setup is completely different and confusing. I like to do this and start off with this so everybody can understand where to go, how to navigate, and what's expected. I'll also give you some tips and suggestions when it comes to really tackling the class this semester. So here we are. Let's start off and talk about it here. This is Comp 2. We're dealing directly with academic writing. We will be writing about literature in this course, but I do want to give you a heads up to let you know that this is not a literature course. We'll read and discuss the stories, watch some videos about the stories to get a better understanding. I'm less concerned with you having reading the stories and loving them and really getting into them, but I'm more concerned with you taking an idea and analyzing that idea and presenting it with evidence through your composition and research. That's what I really want to see, and that's what the class will focus upon. With that being said, let's dig in and talk about the shell here, okay? What we call a shell is pretty much the online setup here. It looks like the website for the class. It's called a Blackboard shell. So let's see here. First, one thing I want to note, you'll notice here as I'm looking at it on my computer, one of the biggest tech problems that I have with students with the online class and completion of assignments even is the fact that some students try to just do this on their computers. They'll try to do the class, or not on the computer, on their phone. They'll try to do it on their phones, on their smartphones or stuff like that. Please do not do that. Do not try to do anything in this class on your phone. Some instructors are okay with some things, but I'm telling you now, when it comes to a composition class, do not try to do any of this work on your phone. Things don't show up. You won't get certain announcements. You cannot complete certain amount of or certain types of assignments on here, and some that you may be able to do online. It will not show up the right way or come on back to me correctly, or I might not even get it at all. And then we're just up a creek when that happens. So be sure you have access to a laptop, a desktop computer, something like that. Do not depend on your phone, okay? So with that being said, let's take a look here, all right? This is your start here page. This is when you click into the class. This is where it starts, and this is where you should start. You need to start here and complete this scroll down page first. You'll also notice on the left you have your class table of contents. It's another link to the Start Here page, faculty information, the syllabus, another link to that, the course schedule, contacting me. And then under that, under course materials, this is where you will do your work. Announcements, I'll talk about that in a minute. Your calendar, it will show where certain assignments will be popping up. You know, it looks just like a regular calendar. So, course content, this is where you will find all of your assignments, readings, other links for that stuff, videos, everything that deals directly with the class's academic content. Another link to the discussion boards where you'll talk with each other and me, a place where you'll do your reading journals. My Grades is your gradebook, so you want to make sure that you get into that. And Collaborate is more like a Skype type of a Zoom program where it's like interactive and live. We'll try to use that if we can. So there we are. So let's go through some of this really quick. I'm not going to go through crazy and go through a bunch of policies. I just want to, like I said, show you how to navigate, show you what the class looks like, and tell you what to expect, okay? So coming down here, we have my office hours. You can click that. If you're on campus or you want to come to campus, you're always welcome to come during those hours. If those hours don't work, let me know. We'll see what we can do. Another link to the syllabus. We'll look at that in a second. A link to the schedule. A course description and structure. Please read this. Don't skip over it. This is me explaining how the class would generally work. And I say generally because something might not work perfectly the way I have it typed up, or even what I may say here. And so I'll let you all know, you know what, let's adjust it and try this, and maybe that'll work better for this class. Every class is different, so we have to maybe adjust and do some stuff like that. Learning outcomes, things you will expect to learn. This is not a memorization like a study cram and parrot it back on a test kind of class. This is about skills. I want you to, like I said, we're going to read literature and write about it. So I'm more concerned with your skills, what writing skills and analytical skills you're developing. So going down, required materials, this is your textbook. You will get that. Not only are the literature readings in there, it's got a lot of good composition stuff we'll focus upon. Again, don't focus on using this, doing this class on your phone. Get access to a computer. Let's see here. If you need help, extra help, you have me for Blackboard. But if you need extra help, here is the email to the Blackboard support team here on campus. Also, all these classes, or all my classes, all my major assignments that I do in my classes are graded with rubrics. This is a link, this is a folder that contains the rubrics. The actual rubric that will be clicked and used for grading will be in the actual assignment, but here's at least a copy of the rubrics that I'll be using so you can see that and understand. Then you have, at the very bottom of the page, you have two assignments to start off with, okay? The first one is your course agreement quiz, and that's all it is. You can take it as many times as you need. Get in there, say you agree to the syllabus policies, put your information in there and push submit and get some points. The Start Here discussion, we will be doing pretty much discussion posts and discussions with each other every week. Even though this is online, this is not an independent study. This is not a correspondence class. It is imperative. You must communicate and interact with other students, and including myself. So there's no way around that in this class, all right? That's the first place to start. Get in there and have fun with that. And there's two opportunities for points here in this first week or two, okay? Or first week mainly. So that's our Start Here page. Don't go anywhere until you do that, all right? Then, like I said over here, in the faculty information, this gives you some info about me, my office hours, a link to the syllabus. I'll click that in a minute. A link to the course schedule again, and a way you can contact me. That will use the Blackboard system to send me an email to my Pulaski Tech email. Otherwise, you should use my email in the syllabus. Course content stuff, announcements. Anything that I want to send a blanket announcement to students will go in the announcements tab. I also have it set to where it will go to your Pulaski Tech email as well, but still, every day you get in here, you need to go in here and check your announcements, all right? Calendar, that's just like a basic calendar with your assignments, major assignments showing up. Course content, that's where everything, like I've already mentioned this stuff, that's where all the stuff's going to go that we'll go into in just a second. Discussion boards and so on, okay? So, let me go back. I kind of repeated myself there. Let me go back over here to the Start page, and I can either click here or I can click here to open up the syllabus. This is a Word document, so it will download first, and then let me see if I can scroll this up here. There we go. All right, so here's the syllabus. I'm not going to go crazy with this. I just want to show you a few things, okay? Basic contact information, even the information for the dean and the chair. A lot of stuff you already saw on the Start Here page. But the one thing a lot of students want to see is what we're going to be doing in the class. So here it is, grading policy, assessment methods. Essays, 400 points. We're going to do 4 essays or major writing assignments, okay? 1 for each unit. I have this class broken into 3 units. The third unit is a larger one. It's about the size of 2 smaller units. We'll have 2 major writing assignments in there. But the first 2 units, Unit 1 and 2, each have 1 essay apiece, and they're approximately 4 weeks apiece, okay? So there it is. Essays, 4 of them, 100 points apiece. We'll do discussion boards pretty much every week, 10 points apiece, so that's 150 points total. Reading journals, same thing, 150 points. Conferences, we will have to have conferences, 1 at midterm and 1 at the final week. I will post a lot of information about that. Mainly, I'll be open for phone calls during my office hours and extra. I'll update you on that. If those don't work, you can also come in to see me. But the conferences are just to us to have an update on what you're doing in the class and how everything's going, and for me to answer any of your questions you may have. And then your final portfolio, I'll talk more about that later. I'll provide a template, and you're pretty much going to copy and paste a lot of work you've done to almost to present how well you've developed in your writing process. More on that to come. So there's that, y'all. Notice I don't have any quizzes. I won't be really giving any big pop quizzes or anything like that in the class. All your assignments are going to be focused upon your reading and your analysis of the reading, you analyzing. Academic integrity, do not cheat. This class, there's a high not a probability, but I do often see students try to incorporate cheating and plagiarism. So this right here explains what plagiarism is and how it works. If you accidentally just have sloppy documentation, that's not a big deal. I mean, you'll lose points for it, but it's not going to be accusing you of blatant plagiarism there. But down here, you'll notice if your first offense, if you plagiarize, if you're deceitful and you try to like do what it says up here, like buy a paper or use a paper from a different class or copy and paste from a website. If you do that, the first time you do it, the assignment will get a 0. If you do it again, you'll get an F in the class. So that's the policy there. Keep that in mind. Accommodation policy. If you have an accommodation letter or you think you need one, contact disability services there. If you have one, make sure I get it and we can talk about what you would like accommodated. But you need to let me know. Everything else in the policies you can read. There's one of the places you can see a tentative course schedule. And that's that. Go through the syllabus and read it yourself, okay? Now, I got a few minutes left here. Let me go through course content, okay? Course content. Every unit will open up when it's unit time. So this is unit 1 right now. That's all you'll see. There's the folder. Weeks 1 through 4. There's your dates. Click into the folder. Once you're here, each week will have a module, okay? And I'll show you what that means in a second. But here's week 1. When week 2 comes, it will pop up, all right? So before you do this, as you can see, do the Start Here page first. Now, go into week 1. Now, you'll notice it's a module because it kind of looks like a book. You have a module table of contents here, and it kind of works like a page. You can even come over and change your pages over here, or you can click here. I have it set to where you can't just click around and skip stuff. You have to go page by page. So here it is. This first week in the unit starts off with objectives. Next, you will always have, and I tell students always pay attention, you will always have a checklist for every week. Follow the checklist. Next, you'll have lecture notes. These, I don't expect you to read all this in week 1, but these are going to be the handouts that we'll be addressing throughout the unit. Then you may have something like videos, like I have videos of me, examples, and then there's always a link to your discussion page. So pretty much how it works in every unit module or weekly module, you'll have a checklist, readings, maybe some videos, and then your assignments follow at the bottom, okay? Follow the checklist. I have just a couple minutes left, so I'm going to show you something. In your reading journals, there's nothing in there right now in Unit 1, but when you see a journal pop up or a link within that weekly module, like week 2 will have one, you click the link in week 2, and it will take you to the assignment. Follow the instructions. Journals are wide open. I want you to just let your mind go wherever you want to go with it, okay? Write, okay? Write a lot. Now, there's that. Discussion board. Let me show you this. Here's your discussion board. This muddiest point, that's a place for y'all to go and talk with each other and just discuss without really worrying about me being involved and grading it. But here's your Start Here discussion. The one thing I will say to students what hurts discussion board posts. First off, I'm very open with the Start Here discussion, but when we start getting into content discussions, like in week 2, there will be a list of rules that say rules for posting. Follow those rules. Not following those rules is mainly why students lose points there, okay? Follow those rules, okay? So that, y'all, that's a good place to start right now, all right? Start here with the Start Here page. Go into course content and go week by week. I tell students that you do not need to get behind. Go week by week. Also, even though this is an online class, it doesn't mean you can log in just whenever you want a couple times a week. You need to be getting in here every day and spending a lot of time in here often, okay? So if you have any questions or anything, let me know, okay? Shoot me an email. Give me a phone call, all right? But Start Here, go through that, and just take this week to do the discussions, start your readings, and just get comfortable with the shell, okay? And that's it. So if you need anything, holler at me and watch this video again if you need. Have a good one.